Alright. Let's hope this works. What's up, Facebook? Mike Ferrante is back. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, and I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had a phone call, random phone call. But I am here today to talk to you about... What else do I talk about? Coming out! Yay! So, in honor of Pride Month, I know the month's almost over already. It's crazy how fast the months go. But in honor of Pride Month and in honor of Like Us Publishing's anthology, This Is Who We Are, I'm going to go a little more in depth about coming out. Not my coming out, because I'm sure you're tired of hearing my coming out story. Although I did miss a little portion of my coming out story that was kind of vital to me coming out. But you can read that in the anthology, This Is Who We Are, that will be coming out and being released October of 2019. We are still accepting submissions until December 31st of this year. So if you have not shared your coming out story and you find inspiration to share your story with this video, then I will happily accept your read through your submission and accept it and put it in our anthology. Hi. So I'm not calling. I'm here today to talk about coming out and a little bit about what it takes to come out, like the before process. And I feel like a lot of people feel like it's an easy thing for us to do, but coming out is actually really difficult for us to do. And if you don't have to come out, consider yourself lucky. So before somebody of the LGBT plus community comes out, there's a lot of things that go through their minds. There's a lot of things that kind of that we process and that we feel like we have to process by ourselves. We feel like we're alone. We feel like we have no one really to turn to. Even in today's world, there's people that still feel like there's no one to turn to. Although it's definitely a little better support-wise for our community. And so what we feel before we come out, a lot of it's fear, a lot of it's loneliness. A lot of people have a lot of self-hate due to either religious influences or family influences. A lot of us have a lot of doubts about self-worth. And something that people need to understand is that this decision of coming out does not really come easy to us. And it takes a lot of time to go and finally push forward and go through that accepting ourselves to be able to come out. So the easiest way I can kind of try to help other people who aren't LGBT understand is, imagine you have a secret. Imagine you have a huge secret about yourself that if you told anybody else, the consequences are you can lose your family, you can lose your friends, you can lose your job. Basically, you can lose everything that you've ever known, everything that you ever cared about. And if the secret that you have that you're keeping to yourself gets out, just imagine feeling like you can't tell anybody. Imagine feeling like nobody's there to listen, nobody will understand, and if it does come out, the consequences are to lose everything. And that's what a lot of us go through. A lot of us fear that we won't be accepted by our family, that we won't be accepted by our friends, that no one will truly understand how we feel, and that this isn't a choice. And so you just have to think about that and think about how you would feel if you had a secret that was so big that it could potentially make you lose everything. how would you feel? So that's one of the ways I can try to help you understand. But if you truly want to understand how it feels before coming out, after coming out, and in the process of coming out, then make sure you pick up a book, our book, This Is Who We Are, once it comes out in October of next year. But something that I actually wanted to mention is, within listening to a whole bunch of coming out stories, either through YouTube, through emails, through Facebook messages, there was one person that was telling a story, and she said something that I believe wholeheartedly. And that's that your coming out story has power. And it gives you this power that you probably don't know you have. Now, from my perspective, and one of the goals with This Is Who We Are, the anthology for Like Us Publishing, is that your coming out story will help somebody else with acceptance. You telling your story will help somebody else feel like they're not alone, and will help them to come out and be able to accept themselves. Your story has a lot more power because it can help somebody understand that this isn't a choice, and that this is something that takes a lot for us to come out to ourselves before we come out to you. And that feeling, as soon as you come out to everyone you love and you get the results of either support and love, or you get the opposite side, which is hate, abandonment, and basically tortured and beaten. Once you come out to yourself, though, and once you're able to not have that secret to hold on to, that really, it's such a sense of relief. And a lot of people still have trouble coming out, and a lot of people still don't come out until their later years. They try to do what society deems as normal. They try to have the wife or have the husband and get the kids and the white picket fence and try to be what society thinks they should be. But down the road, either you're going to get outed, or you're eventually going to say, why am I doing this? This is not what I want. And you're probably going to cheat on your spouse, and you're probably going to divorce your spouse. And it's a sad truth, but it is the truth. Trust me, I've read dozens of stories that have gone this way, that they felt like religion and what their family and friends might say or do would potentially, what am I trying to say here? It was better to keep yourself hidden from the world and just be what society wants you to be. And eventually you're going to have that sense that this isn't who you want to be, and it's just going to blow up in everybody's face. And it's going to influence not only you, but it's going to influence whoever you decided to make your spouse, whoever you decided to have those children with, and your children in general. Getting a little bit off topic, I apologize. So, going back, your coming out story has power. And we, meaning Like Us Publishing, and myself, would like you to use that power to help somebody else. So, if this video has given you any inspiration whatsoever to come out or to share your coming out story, then please contact me. Hi, Georgia. Please contact me. Or if you know somebody that's LGBT and has come out already or hasn't come out already, just have them contact me, and let's share your story. Let's share your power and try to help somebody else in this world, because your story is important to share. And that's Like Us Publishing's motto. Every story is worth sharing, whether you think so or not. So, again, if you liked my video, hit like, hit love, hit some laughs if you thought that anything was funny that I said. If you found inspiration, please share my story to your page. Share it with your LGBT friends. And know that you're not alone. Know that there's always support out there. And if you would like to share your story, then please contact me. I will put some information in the comments below, so to direct you in the right path. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening, and happy Pride, everybody.